moving on to you moved to Germany when you were 16, correct?
I was 15. I was almost 16. Yeah.
15, almost 16.
Yeah.
Now, I was reading that I had just read that like did you German seems like a hard ass language because I speak Portuguese, I speak Spanish. German seemed like a hard language. Did you have a difficult time picking up the language?
Actually, no, because I learned French as my first foreign language when I
A
was young.
word?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
And when you kind of like start learning it, like all these languages are connected, so it just becomes like a skill, and it becomes easier and easier with each one, especially like they're kind of in the same family, like French and German, so they're not too far away, so it's not exactly Chinese. So I don't know, I found it easier the more languages you start learning. So
I got you. Now, Anna, okay, so then I have a favor to ask you, okay? There's this 20-second video of this kid speaking German. And I have for the longest wanted to know what he's saying. You think you might be able to translate for us?
of course, you're trying to test my German language.
It's not testing. I just want to know. I just want to know. You feel me? I just want to
Okay.
know what he's talking about. Here we go. Here we go. All right, let me go ahead and share my screen. Okay, that's it right there. Hold on. All right, here we go.
Hast du schon mal gehabt, Bitch? Bitch, guck mich mal an. Guck mal, was für eine Schönheit ich bin. 10. Oh mein Gott! Honey.
What was that?
He goes, she's like, look at me, I'm such a beauty. I'm like,
And then he hit him with the, oh my God, hit him with the snap.
yeah.
Okay. All right, here we go.
Wie viele Ex-Freunde hast du, Bitch? Ich bin viel zu jung, ich darf keinen Freund haben. Oh mein
Do you have
Gott!
a boyfriend?
What was that?
He goes like, do you have a boyfriend? And she goes like, well, I'm too young. I'm not allowed to have a boyfriend yet.
And that's when he hit him with the, oh my God. That's when he hit him with that. Okay, let's see. All right, I think this is the last one here.
Bitch, wie viele Ex-Freunde hast du?
Ich hab noch keinen Ex-Freund, Bitch. Oh mein Gott!
Anna, what is going on there? What is going on there?
Well, you picked a great example. He goes like, bitch, how many ex-boyfriends do you have? She
Okay.
goes like, I don't have any yet. I'm not allowed to have a boyfriend yet. So.
Oh, okay. And then he hit it with the bitch. I'm like, because you gotta understand, Anna. Like, I'm a Black American, right? So when I see his mannerisms, I'm like, oh, that's one. He like one of these queers out here. Like they getting it in, they doing the snap, all that, right? So when I
Right.
see aspects of like my culture being exported, it's like, yo, that's crazy to me. You
Yeah.
know? And I find that to be like super interesting. So when you were okay, as far as like your time in Germany, right?
Yeah.
Now I have an associate's in art, which means I have like a completely worthless degree. Okay, I have a 2-year degree in art that I got at community college. Okay, because I never transferred to university. But the type of when you talk, the type of things that led you to get the internship in the magazine, things like that. What type of art most interests you to get into it to where you ended up wanting to open your own foundation, things like that? I'm just curious about that.
Well, I just thought it would be like interesting to give platform to like some of the artists that I liked, and I wouldn't really like didn't have that as much exposure. So that was kind of like my main motive. It's like when you kind of have control over what's being shown out there, and on like on the quality of the platform, like I just wanted to like curate stuff, and I felt like whatever's been done like in commercial art scene, like could have been done better. And
Okay.
there were not really enough like young voices, because a lot of it is just kind of like older males, like controlled by the establishment.
I see. Now I'm gonna keep it real. Like you talking about control by establishment. Now you're talking like the European art scene. Like I couldn't even imagine what it's like to even try to break into that shit. Okay. Like I would
Yeah.
imagine it's very difficult.
And it's like very arbitrary too. Who like really decides what's good?
Right.
Yeah, I mean, as a musician, like I like to think like that. Sometimes it's like, nah, man, it's y'all's fault. This is you. I'm not whack. Y'all niggas is whack. Like that's the first thing that comes to my mind. But transitioning to that, like I just got to ask because there's a club in Germany that like I've been admiring most of my life, a big techno club called Tresor. And so I was
Which
just
one?
curious.
Say it again.
Tresor. Tresor in Berlin.
Oh yeah. I remember it. I lived in
Yeah.
Berlin for like about a year, and I've been like back visiting quite a
Yeah.
lot.
Yeah, like it, like I said, it's a big techno club, and the reason why it's significant to me is because techno, starting with black artists in Detroit. What would happen is they weren't getting love in the United States, so these German cats would import guys like Claude Young, Joy Beltram, all these like techno pioneers of color, and they would bring it to Germany, and then it would pop over there, and then you get other German artists, and it was like a big great melting pot of artists and things like that. And the reason why I mentioned that because it almost sounds like that's what you was trying to get popping out in the United States, where it's like, hey, motherfuckers who's doing it out here ain't getting recognized, so let me bring them to a place where they can be. Would you say that it's in that light, in that vein?
I mean, definitely. I feel like it feels good to like kind of give platforms to somebody who you think is great and who is not really being recognized. Like it always feels good to be kind of like the trailblazer.
Yeah, absolutely.